Hi you two and anyone else from St John who's watching today. I'm missing you all very much. Hope you're all okay and doing well. Today is story time, Katie Morag story time. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because I love Mary Hederick, the author, and Katie Morag stories, and also you kind of have to hear Katie Morag read to you with the Scottish accent. So thought we'd do that today. I've ordered this book and it's really lovely because it's island stories, so there are lots of the stories in one book. But today I thought we could read one of my favourites, which is Katie Morag Delivers the Mail. Wednesdays were always hectic on the Isle of Stray, for that was the day the boat brought mail and provisions from the mainland. One particular Wednesday was worse than usual since baby Liam was cutting his first tooth, and both Mr. and Mrs. McCall were in a bad mood. All right, said Mrs. McCall in exasperation. I'll take Liam upstairs to quiet him down. Katie Morag, you take the mail to the houses across the bay. There are 5 parcels, one for each house. The one with the red label is for Granny. Pleased to escape, Katie Morag set off. She loved any excuse to visit her granny, who lived all alone in the very last house on the other side of the bay. But it was a hot day, and Katie Morag had stopped for a moment to paddle in the pool beneath the Redburn Bridge, when suddenly, splash! She slipped on a slithery stone and fell into the water, mailbag and all. Oh dear, wailed Katie, looking at the 5 soggy parcels. All the addresses are smudged and I won't know which parcel is for which house now. Only Granny's parcel was still recognisable by its red label. Then, because she was so frightened and ashamed, Katie Morag did a very silly thing. She ran the rest of the way to the other side of the bay and threw a parcel, any parcel, except the red labelled one, on the doorstep of each of the first 4 houses. Nobody saw her. Still sobbing, she ran off to Granny's. Well, this is a fine bourach you've got yourself into, Katie Morag, said Granny, when Katie Morag had explained what she'd done. Still, at least you've given me the right parcel. It's got the spare part for the tractor and I've been waiting for it. I'll go and get the old grey lady up and running while you dry yourself up. Then we can try and sort this whole muddle out. Granny had her head under the bonnet of the tractor for quite a long time. Occasionally, Katie Morag heard muffled words of anger, and she thought of the angry words waiting for her at home. Then suddenly, with a cough of black smoke, the tractor stuttered into life, and they set off to go round the island to each of the 4 houses. The first house belonged to the lady artist. She had been expecting tiny thin brushes for her miniature paintings, but the parcel Katie Morag had left on her doorstep contained 2 enormous brushes. They're bigger than my painting boards, she said in disgust. The second house was rented by the holiday people. They had ordered fishing hooks from a sports catalogue, but their parcel had been full of garden seeds. We can't catch fish with daisies and lettuces, they complained. Dear. At the third house, Mr. McMaster was standing by a big barrel of whitewash, that's paint, holding the lady artist's paintbrushes. How can I paint with my walls with these fiddly little things? He asked. In the 4th house lived Mrs. Bayview. That stupid shop on the mainland. Where are my seeds? Flowers won't grow out of these, she said crossly, waving a packet of fishing hooks in the air. After much trundling back and forth, Katie Morag finally managed to collect and deliver all the right things to all the right people. Everyone smiled and waved and said, "Thank you very much." By now it was getting dark. Katie Morag thought of the long journey home. She would be very late and her parents were so bad-tempered these days on account of Liam's noisy teething. Granny, would you like to come back for tea? She asked. Katie Morag hid herself behind Granny as they walked to the kitchen door, but But to her surprise, everyone was smiling. Liam had cut his tooth at last and all was calm. "Thank you for helping out today, Katie Morag," said Mrs. McCall. "Oh, isn't she good, Granny?" "Och, aye," said Granny, with a smile as she looked at Katie Morag. "She's very good at sorting things out, is our Katie Morag." And she said no more. Oh, and that's the end. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Tune in for more because there's more stories to come. Hope you have a good day and remember to be kind with the people you live with. Okay, missing you. Bye.